Cunningham took a jab at Caitlin Clark's newest WNBA foes by signing a Jacy Sheldon trading card with a rather humorous message written across the fans' collectible.
Sophie Cunningham just turned the WNBA into her own personal showdown, putting Jacy Sheldon in her place after a cheap shot at Caitlin Clark. And she didn't only do it on the hardwood. Nope, she made sure the whole world knew. Quick question, do you love Sophie's fire, or is it too much? Here's the reality. When your teammate is a star like Caitlin Clark, you either stand up for her or just sit there while the league takes cheap swings. Sophie Cunningham clearly went with option 1, and she's doing it in a way fans can't get enough of. It all started in that game, the same one where Marina Mabre looked like she was trying out for the NFL, running right through Clark after the whistle. But before Mabre's hit, Jacy Sheldon pulled a stunt that had Fever fans wishing there was a WNBA penalty box. If only that was a thing.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye.
Sheldon, already gaining a name for getting too physical with Clark, threw what fans saw as a needless shot. And if you thought Sophie Cunningham would ignore it, think again. Later that game, Cunningham decided to settle it herself, literally. She gave Sheldon a taste of her own game, making it clear that going after Caitlin Clark comes with payback. And she didn't keep it between the lines. Jump ahead to a Fever fan gathering. Sophie's signing autographs, taking photos, doing the usual player-fan stuff. A fan hands her a Jacy Sheldon rookie card and asks for a signature, but not just her name. Nope, they wanted something extra on it.
Crazy. When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Sophie grabs the card, takes a pen, and writes right across the front. Property of Sophie Cunningham. That's more than a signature. It's a statement. It basically says, I own this matchup. I own this moment. And Jacy Sheldon will think twice before messing with my teammate again.
She's the problem. She is the problem.
The video of her doing it? Comedy gold. Teammate Lexi Hull is next to her laughing with the fans. It's the kind of thing you only see when players are fiercely competitive, but also know how to joke about it. And here's the best part. Cunningham didn't walk it back. She didn't say, oh, I was just kidding. Nope, she doubled down. That's exactly the energy you want from your enforcer. And make no mistake, Sophie Cunningham is the Fever's enforcer. Every top team has one. In hockey, certain guys made sure nobody touched Wayne Gretzky without a price. In the NBA, stars like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had teammates who would step up if things got too rough. And in today's WNBA, Caitlin Clark has Sophie Cunningham. Funny thing is, Sophie isn't just a bench bruiser, she's producing. She's a legit three-point threat, a starter, and on a hot streak since the All-Star break. She dropped 18 points against the Mercury when the rest of the Fever barely showed up.
Sophie Cunningham has been Caitlin Clark's biggest cheerleader and defender.
But while she's stacking stats, she's also doing the gritty jobs nobody's lining up to handle, making sure Clark isn't left to fend for herself. That matters because whether people like it or not, Clark's arrival put a target on her. Back. We've seen it with Kennedy Carter, Diamond DeShields, Marina Mabre, and now Jacy Sheldon. The difference with Sheldon is that Sophie Cunningham made sure there was an answer and made it loud enough for everyone to hear. The property of Sophie Cunningham autograph is now basically a meme. Fever fans love it. Clark fans love it. Even neutral fans tired of seeing Clark get hit are into it. And let's be real, Jacy Sheldon hasn't exactly had a steady start in the WNBA. Drafted by the Dallas Wings, traded in months, now with the Connecticut Sun, she's already bouncing from team to team. That instability doesn't help when you're making enemies with one of basketball's biggest names. Cunningham's little stunt at the fan event locked in the storyline. Sheldon's legacy so far isn't her stats. It's being the player who went after Caitlin Clark and got owned by Sophie Cunningham. Fever Nation's cheer was almost audible when the clip hit social media. It's the kind of moment that shapes a team's identity, especially under constant media attention. And Sophie knows exactly what she's doing, uniting the fan base and warning anyone else thinking about taking a shot at Clark.
And it literally, pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league. Who would be?
What? When people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as
The sad truth about this video we just watched is she is the first WNBA player I have seen to openly say this out loud, publicly, and not be ashamed in declaring it. Caitlin Clark is the reason we have been talking about the WNBA. Hate it or love it, it's true. I don't believe that Caitlin Clark necessarily wants that title that everyone has been giving to her. I think she just wants to be appreciated. And Sophie Cunningham, she just seems like such a real one, such a good friend. I think especially with women, especially elite level athletes, there's a lot of people, women, who will kind of stab you in the back. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, especially when you're good. But Sophie just seems like such a girl's girl. I really, really like her. Maybe Caitlin Clark should do the next American Eagle campaign, or Sophie Cunningham.
This is why I think Sophie's now the second most popular Fever player right after Clark. She's got attitude, she's got game, and she's willing to throw her weight around when it counts. Let's be real. This Sophie versus JC thing wouldn't even exist if Clark hadn't been targeted all year. And that's what makes Sophie's Property of Sophie Cunningham autograph so satisfying for Fever fans. It wasn't about just one shove or knee, it was about an entire season of non-basketball. Hit's finally getting a public answer from a teammate. We've seen it. Kennedy Carter's blind-siding foul, Diamond DeShield's hockey-style body check, Marina Maybray's after-whistle shove, and now Jacy Sheldon, racking up accidents against Clark in her rookie year. The Sheldon hit stung. More for Fever fans because her WNBA resume is barely printed, yet she's already more known for fouls than buckets. Drafted 5th by Dallas in 2024, traded before unpacking, now with the Sun, making headlines for hitting Clark. Not a great path if you want to be respected as a pro. Sophie saw all that and decided to check that tough girl act on the court. She's the one player you watch when Clark takes a hit, because you know something's coming back. That's why the autograph blew up. It wasn't just funny, it was a symbol. Property of Sophie Cunningham meant, this is my matchup, I run it. You're not knocking down my teammate without a response. And Sophie backs it up. Her post-All-Star stats are some of her best ever. Draining threes, hitting double digits, and showing up when it matters. Like her 18-point game against Phoenix, when the rest of the Fever didn't. So when she plays the enforcer, it hits differently than if it came from a bench warmer. It's the same old-school role stars like Gretzky, Bird, and Magic had protectors for. And it matters because Clark's arrival brought huge crowds, ratings, and also more physical targeting than most players face this early. Without people. Like Sophie, it sends the wrong signal. That Clark's fair game. Sophie's making sure that idea doesn't stick. And she's doing it in a way that keeps fans entertained. That's why she's becoming a fan favorite. Production on the court, personality off it. Fans love it, social media lit up, and black belt Barbie memes flew around. Meanwhile, Sheldon's rookie year rep is going the other way. Ask a fan about her, they'll name the fouls, the knee, and now getting owned by Sophie. In a league where storylines matter, that sticks. Sophie's also setting the tone for the Fever. Protect our stars, don't just watch them take hits. Clark's game works best with teammates who create space, take contact, and make opponents think twice. Sophie nails that, and even wins over neutrals. The public call-out at a signing event? That's rare in the WNBA. She's branding herself as someone you don't cross. That's why the nickname works. It's not just martial arts, it's skill plus toughness. She's here to win, not to be liked. And if the Fever and Sun face off again, this will be the storyline. Fans will watch for any Sheldon move, Sophie's response, and if Clark gets through clean. That's the strategic value. Just Sophie's presence changes opponents' plans. It's one thing to hit a star if no one will answer. It's another when you know Sophie Cunningham will make you regret it. Bottom line, she didn't just put Jacy Sheldon in her place, she sent the whole league a warning. And given the season so far, it's a message the Fever should have sent months ago.